Hello and welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. This is another video of grading teams 2023 season. Today, we will be discussing the New York Jets. Really, this past season, there's only one word to describe it, and that is, pretty disappointing. It was a disappointing season for the New York Jets just because they were the most hyped up team coming to this season, especially after, Hard Knocks, where you see Robert Saleh just absolutely glazing Aaron Rodgers. You have a multi MVP guy, Aaron Rodgers, coming into this organization, supposed to revamp this team. This team coming off of two rookies winning awards, a defensive player of the year, rookie defensive player of the year award, an offensive player of the year award. I mean, this team was supposed to be it. They were supposed to be the new challengers in the AFC. Brees Hawk coming back from injury, which everyone was excited about that. And wait, what if he didn't come back the same? You know what? Let's go ahead and get Dalvin Cook, the guy who's been leading the Vikings for who knows how long, and let's see how he does. I mean, this team was amped up and ready to go. It was one of those those cheat codes that you just put inside a game. All right, let's go. We got a stacked team. We're supposed to be winning no matter what. It wasn't really the case, right? After the first series, right, the first game, Aaron Rodgers goes down, tears Achilles. Yes, I get it. He comes back in a very, very, very fast time, but he is ready to practice this offseason to get familiarized with the team once again. Now, how does the team look? Are they discouraged? We had Aaron Rodgers come out and say, hey, we need to work on ourselves. We need to, fill in some key points, key positions on this team. Not that I didn't do enough last year and bringing in all my old friends here. That made no difference whatsoever. But we need to get some more players to my liking. That's what we need to do. So that's basically what he said. I know I might be over exaggerating just a bit, but that's just how I feel towards Aaron Rodgers. It's a very talented player, a little bit of a diva, extremely. He is the diva of the NFL. But this is what the New York Jets do, right? After Aaron Rodgers went down, it was just all downhill from there. Very so much so that offense did not operate whatsoever. They trusted Zach Wilson, the guy who they drafted second overall just a few years ago, and he did not cover. He didn't do anything, honestly. He just looked very bad out there. He looked lost. I was kind of getting excited during the offseason just because he looked good. He was learning under Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he'll get a little bit of that Jordan Love type learning skills that he got from him. But he didn't look good at all. He looked decent whenever he utilized his legs, but his, smarts, his IQ there on the field just did not comprehend, just did not work, especially with this stacked team. There's a point where everyone and their mothers was just yelling, hey, just give the ball to Brees Hall. That guy's a stud. Just give it to him. We don't care. Just make it easier for us, okay? But that wasn't the case. They even tried switching out Zach Wilson with a few other quarterbacks, see how they worked out. It just didn't happen whatsoever. And then we even had comments from the front office saying, yeah, next season we need to get ourselves a veteran quarterback because this past season we didn't have a backup. Now, that is a huge slap to the face to Zach Wilson and all the mothers that love him out there. But that's kind of over exaggerating. You didn't have a backup, so that's why you weren't successful. I mean, I get it. Aaron Rodgers, the guy you heavily invested in, did not work out because of injury. But another guy that you heavily invested in was Zach Wilson. That's y'all's fault. I mean, y'all drafted him second overall, and he just did not look good. I believe we talked about this early on, a couple years ago here in NSP, that he wasn't going to be the guy. He didn't look like the guy. But you live and you learn, right? It happens with every team. I know I'm going to hear in the comment section about the Niners and Trey Lance, but that's okay. It's part of the game. So going forward, what do they do? Do they go back to Joe Flacco? He stepped in for Deshaun Watson, and he looked pretty darn good. Or do they get someone a little bit younger who has more experience? Do they go out there and get someone like a Joshua Dobbs or a Sam Darnold, who's been with the Niners, who's learning still, who I believe is better than Zach Wilson at this point, will have a better chance of being successful other than Zach Wilson or not? I mean, did we see the last of Zach Wilson? Leave it down in the comment section below. I do want to see y'all's opinion because it's just very unique. Do you want to grow this guy or not? But moving on, this team just went downhill. They were top 5 in defense, top 5 in yards allowed, which is truly amazing, especially for the record that was given to them. So do they reamp this defense or do they work on the obvious, right? So now I want to talk a little about the draft. After this season, they have the 10th overall pick. In the past, they had the top 10 picks 8 times out of the past 11 years. That's incredible. That's insane. That's a lot, but they need to hit on this one. They need to hit hard, and the obvious answer is to work on the offensive line because let's just be honest here. Let's just be real. It is bad, straight out bad. And to top it all off, they had just cut Laken Tomlinson from the team. Last year, this guy was a Pro Bowler, and y'all cut him this year. Y'all want to work on the cap? Okay, that's cool. But personally, as a Niner, I would love to have him back on the team. That guy was just a stud. He's a great off the field player, great locker room guy. Just but you want to move on from him, that's okay. But I don't think they should go and address the offensive line in the draft. I know I'm big on old linemen, especially them getting drafted, but I think there's a few free agents that they can go target out there. In this year's draft, they have the 10th overall pick. And the last time they had a similar pick, they did pretty good. They got someone in the name of Garrett Wilson, a former offensive rookie of the year. So could they hit on that again? I would like to see them get a defensive end to help that defense just get even better because championships are built on defense. But I wouldn't be surprised if a certain someone of the name of Brock Bowers falls down to the 10th pick. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets went ahead and get him. I like Brock Bowers a lot, and I would really love to see Brock Bowers with the New York Jets. I think it's a great fit for him. Right now, the Jets, they do have tight end Tyler Conklin, which, I like him and all, but he was a little disappointing this past season. And that was his 6th season in the NFL. So he is getting up there in tight end years. But yeah, I would definitely love to see Brock Bowers go out there and get drafted by the New York Jets. I think that would be a great fit for them. I think Aaron Rodgers coming back would also be amazing for the New York Jets. I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan, but he's a great player, and I do feel like he would do a lot of good. And guys in the comment section, don't correct me here. I know it's wrong, but he's going to be a lot gooder than Zach Wilson. So I'm super excited for them, and I really want Robert Saleh to go out there and have a winning season. He deserves it. He's a hardworking coach, but coach, don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? Have a backup plan just in case this happens again, because there is a chance where Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers anymore, right? He's battling against past injuries, he's battling against age, he's battling against all that weird crap that he does outside the season. So just be prepared, go out there, get yourself a veteran quarterback who's been in the league for a few years, who has an understanding of the game, who has a pretty high IQ out there. Go ahead and pick up some free agents in the offensive line position, someone who can at least hold for 2 seconds. I don't mean hold, but hold your block for 2 seconds and draft some exciting players. You have the opportunity to draft splashy players like this, like a tight end or a defensive end. I believe if you play your cards right in free agency, this team could be a factor in the AFC. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see. This is the most hyped up team coming into the 2023 season, and I feel like it might be the most hyped up team coming into 2024. Only time could tell. And remember, if y'all like these videos, yes, I am ending this video. So if you guys do like these videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up and let us know what team you want us to see next. And until next time, as we always say here in NSP, keep on grinding.